This is Janet Pritchard from the Humber Institute of Technology and Advanced Learning and the University of Guelph-Humber. This is a short intro video on study design. In science, there are many ways to answer research questions, but the way that you ask the question will often dictate what type of study you should conduct. Broadly speaking, there are three categories of study designs. Observational studies can be divided into the following study types: cross-sectional studies, prospective or longitudinal studies, and case control studies. Experimental studies are randomized controlled trials conducted in humans, studies conducted in animals, or in vitro studies, which are studies completed with cells in a test tube or a petri dish. Knowledge synthesis studies are either systematic reviews or meta-analyses. So I love chocolate, and because I love chocolate so much, I often wonder if eating dark chocolate every day will help me live longer. In order to answer this question, I could use many different study designs, and each study would give me a slightly different answer. This series of videos will explore the types of questions that can be answered with different study designs, and the pros and cons of using each design. This brings me to another point. Just because one study is published suggesting that dark chocolate is healthy, should we all consume dark chocolate every day? As much as I would like to say yes, we need to step back and consider the value of the paper by looking at the study design, as not all study designs have equal value and merit. This brings me to the evidence pyramid. The evidence pyramid is a visual representation of the value of different study designs. This means that data coming from studies at the top of the pyramid may be more valuable and applicable to humans compared to data coming from studies at the bottom of the pyramid. But this is not to say that the studies at the bottom of the pyramid are less important than studies at the top. They are equally important because in vitro, animal, and basic studies in humans, like case reports and cross-sectional studies, are needed in order to conduct studies at the top of the pyramid. Likewise, randomized controlled trials are needed to conduct systematic reviews and meta-analyses, so we wouldn't have a top of the pyramid if it weren't for studies conducted at the bottom of the pyramid. This series of videos will walk you through the basics of the different study designs and will highlight some advantages and disadvantages of each study design. So let's explore study design by looking at some studies that have been conducted to learn more about dark chocolate and health.